obvious as to where you're planning for this Pango to be, and you might try and find an alternate way to be able to try and counter it in the lane. So we'll wait and see. No Bane available, no Wyvern probably going to be picked up just because a Wyvern and a Clockwork doesn't necessarily sound like the greatest way to be able to start things off. So I'm really just thinking, what is Mira going to be considering here? Because just a month or so ago, it would be a pretty quick lock-in of just being able to say, all right, well, we're just going to go down the route of a Rubik or a Hoodwink, and we're going to be very happy that Hoodwink has like a 26% win rate so far this tournament, despite being the most picked hero.
Storm Spirit.
I don't want to be friends.
Sure.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we've seen a lot of buffs with this hero. So no Coddle. We'll see if there's a Lager, that's something that they may consider.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's just a naked Storm.
10 seconds remaining.
Dare they? This hero is not good enough to be played without a...
5 seconds.
What about the Pugna, though?
Ooh, the Pugna.
I miss him. Give me Pugna again.
Yeah, it's a fun hero.
Mm-hmm. I'd be down with Lago.
Crazy.
Am I? Yes, I'm down.
Okay, what was going through your head?
Well, even if they doom, you can Rubik still after that, right? Mira's a good Rubik. You're probably not going to pick Rubik on OG after having a Lion already. And I feel like, again, even if you get the perfect dooms off, you've got late game, 2 catchy licks into a Rubik telekinesis save. Feels nice. Saw that with Collapse, able to make it work. I think this has a relatively low win rate, by the way, but maybe they're just trying to take it away from OG because it's, I think, one of Skem's more played heroes.
Also, maybe the most played hero for Kaori. So,
Sure.
10 seconds.
I just haven't really seen as much value out of it, right? I mean, Aurora is a little bit different in the fact that they actually play the Clockwork more as a 4 as opposed to a 5. So I don't know how much I like that, just because, again, I think you want to be able to ruin Pango's life if he's indeed being played in the offlane, right? And I feel like a Clockwork is so much more capable of doing that than a Phoenix is.
Are there any carries that you start to think of when you have the Pango in the offlane and you want to destroy him?
Any carries that I think of? I don't really think it's the carry's job to do that in the POS 1 position. I think it's more the support's job to make his life a whole lot more difficult, and then it's just about how the carry is going to deal with him once the game kind of breaks out. So obviously the initial thing that you think of is someone that's just going to be able to pop BKB and do damage into a Rolling Thunder. So is that going to be someone that's just at range? Is it someone that's going to have some level of burst? Who knows? Maybe that's sort of what they're considering with this tiny ban in the second phase from OG. That's one of the better heroes at being able to do that.
Drow Ranger.
Yeah. OG takes something out of China's book, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The Drow Tree Protector. See now, Aurora, what the response is going to be at the 18th if they go for an offlane counter already, or they carry for Nightfall.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, you've already got a Clock and a Storm Spirit that can kind of get on top of the Drow Ranger. I would be more just concerned about getting out of the lane in a good spot. Fine, like you might not be great at directly contesting into the Drow Ranger, but you're going to go boots of speed on the Clockwork. You're going to avoid this Tree and Protector. You're going to build up stacks for the Axe to be able to play around with. My issue is I think Aurora really need a aggressive POS 1 for Nightfall. One that is able to make these early rotations, because I'm expecting them to honestly play fairly slow at the very start of this game. And I kind of want to see OG pick up something that's going to be able to pick up the tempo to kind of punish Aurora if they are going to go down that route. They've got the last pick overall to be able to do it. Just trying to think for either Yopaj or Toronto Tokyo what the best hero is that's going to be able to do that. Like,
Dire team ban.
Could you get away with going something like a midless Shrek, for example, that's just going to, really frontline, not care about all of the armor that they've got? You kind of want to be in the middle of everything already so you can hit onto the egg. Feels okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster Band, mid-beast, not horrible. And then for off
5
lane,
seconds remaining.
I mean, Beast is still there. Lycan is still there, which I wouldn't hate.
Aurora
Yeah,
Gaming.
they're probably the main ones.
To ban.
Right. Okay. We do see that the Void's going to be banned out at least from OG, so still getting rid of the only role we've got left for Aurora. A lot of team fight potential with the Void Phoenix they would have had.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
10
another
Abaddon.
hero
Maybe
in
they will pick Abaddon.
particular? Like, is Void
5
the
seconds
carry
remaining.
archetype that you were thinking or Aurora wanted?
No, to be honest.
Okay.
I think it's way too passive, but it was a good game for it with
Dire
regards
team
to the
ban.
Pango and the Drow Ranger, right? So maybe that's the sort of mentality that OG were thinking.
Sure.
But
Okay.
Nightfall carries.
Big Ursa Enjoyer
10 seconds remaining.
available.
He is.
A lot of team second phase ban that hero.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, can they win Ranger? This is oh no, it's first band. Nature's Prophet. Nice way to
What
be
do
able
you
to take away a lot of trees for the Treant Protector to be able to play around and just real aggressive, right? You're constantly shoving out lanes just through ulti. You've got some decent global presence with the Clockwork and the Storm Spirit being able to zip in onto anything. You're going to take a lot of team fights in your favor. I feel like the lane should go relatively well. Nothing that's going to be able to massively counter it outside of like a Primal Beast if
Aurora
OG was to
Gaming's
last pick that.
turn to pick.
Okay.
Seems like they just want to get rid of that stuff that just gets on top of the Drow though. But again, you've got an Axe Storm Clockwork. I think they've already got plenty of that on Aurora.
Is that a lion shirt?
10 seconds remaining.
It just says end hell, so I don't know. I just
5 seconds remaining.
I see the hell, but I don't know.
Didn't
Anyway,
quite see it. Was it like a Beavis and Butthead shirt? I don't know.
Dire team
maybe it was
Ooh.
like that. Ooh. PL, huh?
I'm
Was
feeling
something,
even
something?
stronger about the Leshrac now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to see if what reason why you wouldn't go Lesh. I mean, you put the
10
Pango against the
seconds
PL.
remaining.
Do you want a different offlane counter? We see
5 seconds remaining.
PL's struggled in that regard.
Mid punch.
I feel like you have lots of options. No,
but-
like
Yeah.
the Lesh again, like you suggested.
Mm,
You can Underlord. You can
Primal.
Tim is banned.
Shaker. I mean, Toronto Tokyo likes
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Shaker.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And maybe they
They
feel like
care.
they need a little bit of extra control for the Storm Spirit. Maybe. They've got a decent amount.
Yeah, my only. Let's see. What do they go? They're gonna Doom. Okay.
Choose your hero.
Which-
Sure. AoE damage. Good answer to the Storm. Good answer to the Phoenix. Percentage damage to the Axe.
It's just insanely greedy.
Mm. But you've got a Drow Ranger that's going to be getting relatively aggressive early on.
Is that true though? Like, is
Re-
this Drow hero really that fast? Like, I feel like maybe you
Um,
can put pressure on
really
some
go-
T1 towers depending on the game state.
Aurora Gaming
But I
is
feel like that
better,
enables you to be
graphic.
greedier if you're able to do that. You know, like a Drow Ranger is going to come online slightly faster than a PL would. Pango doesn't need
But
that much to be able to
if
have a
the
huge amount of
skill of
impact.
OG
Just
is
a diffusal
output,
blade, and you're going to be able to just
Maybe
go.
they will get
Around
it.
that time, you should have ultimates on both your supports, so I think it can work.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I just think that the Drow games we've been seeing so far,
5 seconds
there hasn't
remaining.
been many games where the ideal, like,
Are you
Early
predicting him to
game-
be contested at all this game, though? He's against a Clockwork Axe, and the enemy carry is a Phantom Lancer. Probably
think-
not the best at rotating through and trying to kill him.
no, I don't think he's going to be pressured, at least in regards to that aspect. It's more just like, still, are you going to be active? Because again, Drows, they have not been. We've seen a lot of Drow games, a lot of games where Drow has actually looked good off the lane. Like, you could have moved. You know, it wasn't like you got absolutely bodied and you didn't have farm or whatever. So that's the only thing. Just seems like people aren't playing as fast as what I would be expecting normally with the Drow hero.
But maybe this is the game to do it, right? Like you're going up against an Axe that's going to be not able to lane really, so it's going to be farming relatively slower, and a PL that takes a little bit of time to come online. So I feel like, again, you just got to hit those early timings, enable yourself to play around your support's ultimates, play around your Pango's ultimates and first big item, play around an efficient item for Natsumi to be able to play around with. Just take those early towers, then you can go back to farming a little bit. Seeming fairly confident though on Nightfall.
Yeah, see if that confidence is going to pay out in the end. He gets a PL. You know, we ain't getting many PLs, so you got to be pretty confident if you're going to be asking for this one, because this is it's probably been 3+ years where as soon as I see PL, like it's just instantly I think their draft is far worse. Like this year is just. I don't like PL.
Well, it's another one of them that hasn't been picked or banned this entire tournament. So if we're going by the Clinks, one pick, one win, they're going to win. Easy clap.
Easy clap. Okay. Well, yeah. What about the others that were only picked once?
I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
Nice kick. What happened?
There's a lot of losses there.
There's a lot of losses. Okay.
Death Prophet, Elder Titan, Dragon Knight, Grimstroke, Magnus, PA, Ringmaster, Sand King, all in that boat.
Yikes.
I see Darkseer. Darkseer is there too.
Okay. You know, what can you do? Sometimes it happens, you know?
Mm-hmm. Look at all this vision that they're really prioritizing around the mid lane. They know that the only one that has any sort of early impact this game is going to be Makoto. So just look to try and keep vision on him, know exactly when he's rotating back to be able to take some of these stacks, and look to try and punish.
On my PL.
It's fine.
Doppel level 1? I don't know.
Yeah. They're even body blocking him. Maybe.
Get in front of him, Scam. Yes.
Punch.
Nice.
Easy.
Good job.
Nice start.
I'm not sure.
IOG forcing out that ability. Didn't quite get enough of a body block off to be able to push it underneath the tower, but should still be fine. Nothing really Toronto Tokyo should be afraid of.
I think it's just how you secure the
mirror. He just got 4 mana burns from 1 cogs at level 1.
Oh my god.
That shouldn't be allowed, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. What can you do? I guess the thing from them, both side lanes both off lanes to be honest, is that they don't really secure range creeps. This was kind of the problem when you go doppelganger level 1. You have a Phoenix, you can't use the Spirit Lance for that. Raiding top lane. Maybe you can just use the cogs to zone them out so WS can CS, you know,
It is a mana burn on the range creep, so could do it. I mean, that's the thing for the bottom lane, though. I don't think they're going to be looking to try and contest this lane. They're looking to just enable Toronto Tokyo to pick up this farm completely freely. I'm kind of expecting them to go down a pretty similar sort of route with Mirror as well. Just pull the wave. Make it so that you don't have to fight into this really strong tree and drow lane. Makes the game so much easier as well. You know, Living Armor level 1 already put onto Yopaj, who was taking a little bit of a beating from the storm.
Nice.
Dire's courier has been killed.
2 cogs bounce backs into the tower, snipes the courier as well. Mid, let's see, Makoto's off to a good start as well. We've seen, of course, I don't really know how this matchup goes anymore. You know, Panko with Diffusal, of course, you know, very good, very nice. Storm needs mana. Cool. Think about Storm early when Pango was added to Captain's Mode, you know, a while ago, is just the ability for Storm to be able to get the Pango before Rolling Thunder blink.
Sure. I mean, a lot of things have changed since then as well, right? Like Storm having the ability to just last hit just that little bit easier, you know, sending the Electric Vortex out. Electric Slide now just a passive as part of the Static Remnant is huge.
Yeah, what a nice toolkit improvement, huh? This is Poor old Storm Spirit plays in the past. You all
To
know.
literally walk on top of the creep.
Oh, so devastating.
Mm-hmm. He is a ranged hero. Probably deserves it.
Oh, well, you say that, but he has this weird sliding remnant apparently, so he can be even stronger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the thing is, they've got these bits of vision around this lane so they can get an understanding of where Makoto is looking to back up to and if he's ever going to go to the jungle. But if he just straight up is winning the lane, you might not need to do that, you know? You just want to stay there, keep bullying Yopaj, and let's say there's even a scenario where he is forced back. Who's actually making the rotation to be able to punish him? Trian's got no mana and needs to stay here to babysit the Drow Ranger. Lion, maybe? But even then, you're leaving Toronto Tokyo, a hero that needs to be really greedy, to essentially just sit around in the lane and maybe get a tiny bit of XP, but not any farm.
Yeah. How greedy does Toronto Tokyo actually have to be in a game like this? Like, is this 100% the Radiance game from him?
I think he's going to keep his options open. I don't think this is the sort of game where you can just load up your quick buy with like your next 10 items. Is hero going to be okay?
Is he? Nope. Wants to run into Natsumi. I don't know if he was running away, but gets it over and done with sooner. Well, WS unfortunately now takes the brunt of the force, so down to about half, but bunch to regen, he's fine.
So the thing that I was saying about the like having everything queued up, I think it's really just going to be dependent on A, how good is the lane going, and B, how effective are those first few rotations. Now, of course, you need to commit to something before that stage, but already a couple of braces, full magic wand, phase boots, and you can really decide from there based on, you know, how good is your first Rolling Thunder, how good is your first Doom, how good are your first support ultimates, as to, you know, do you need to sit back and be passive and farm a little more, or do you want to get active around the rest of your team to take some of these objectives and then go back for perhaps one of the more later game options? But yeah. I mean, in general, it's a good Radiance game. You're against a PL.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case. So maybe he gets baited. Maybe he doesn't get baited. We shall see what the build's going to be from Mr. Toronto Tokyo. Meanwhile, Timson's been hanging around the mid lane a little bit. Kodo will also get Miro. Wants to kind of poke his head out. Just make his presence known. He will do that in quite the way. It's going to send Yopaj and Tims over.
Swash already used is kind of a big deal, though. Going to try and burn the mana out of this Lion. Burn some out of the Pango as well.
Medyo hirap yung Pango talaga sa Storm, guys.
These power runes, though, 6 people in the mid lane, really looking to try and fight over it.
Dire structures are
Oh,
falling.
they
clipped the
glyphed
wave.
to make sure he doesn't. Nice. Just gets it. But it's enough time that means that Yopaj is going to secure it. Nice done. Nicely done by OG there. Wish we could see who clicked the glyph. Is it time? Or is that just going to result in too many flames in buffs?
That's a good... Yeah, I don't know, actually. You can't really have it for one nor the other.
That's going to be getting bullied a little bit here on the top side.
He is, but WS is also a cheeky someone that's about to be getting involved as well. Now with Vanguard and double ring of protection, I think he's alright.
Mm-hmm. Not a single point in the gust on Drow, which I'm a tiny bit surprised about. Just for situations like that, even just getting away from the clockwork as well can be really useful. Just wants to be this standalone hero in the lane trying to bully away the axe, and I don't blame him. He has opened up a nice little net worth lead for himself, though, on Natsumi, as we were expecting. It's just about what he does with it. So the early value items, Falcon Blade going into that magic wand. Wonder if he's even just going to get one of these circlets into a Wraith Band, just to be able to pick things up a little bit for himself.
Wonder if he even scepters this game as well from Natsumi.
Yeah.
We haven't really been seeing that many Drows. So if this is something that he wants to consider. We yet to really see the game break open too much. Just top, it's just going to be a bunch of poking. Make sure WS never feels safe. We haven't seen him, well, we really haven't seen him actually feel safe in this lane because there's been no lane cutting.
Ooh, career snipe, nicely done. The other thing is just with the going for the Aghanim Scepter, it's not even just for the AoE ability with it being able to crash, right? Like you're going up against a decent amount of healing coming through from the Phoenix and even the Axe if it gets later into the piece. So hypothermia stacks will be really useful there. A really early rotation coming through, but nice positioning here from Kaori to be able to scout out Toronto Tokyo, making this early move. Might even see the fact that Lion no longer has that Observer Ward in his inventory.
Yeah, Mira's going to face check them now. Dakota still has to be careful. He's playing his distance away from Toronto Tokyo, but now actually zips on over with Nightfall's TPM. Yopaj considering about the Rolling Thunder. They will actually use the Doom on the backline. The Phoenix
that means nothing's left for the Storm, though.
Now Makoto, without having too much to fear, he will get the Vortex, stops the roll. Yopaj bounces against the cogs. Makoto is in a very awkward position. No ways. Makoto actually fighting.
He's hit well. It might cost them Nightfall, though.
They'd be happy at least getting the PL instead. And
Nice,
not too
nice
bad
kid.
of a prize, at least for the boys on Aurora.
Yeah, 2 for 2. But yeah, much more valuable is that
They
kill
pick-
onto the PL.
Yeah,
especially
they
with
pick PL.
how well of a early game.
They
he's
ignore
had.
the
WS
Storm.
taking a little bit of the business here up on the top side of the map, holding onto that Hex as long as he can. Still no point in the Berserker's call, and even
Nice
playing
work.
the tree, not enough to be able to get him back to safety.
We've seen it's been close previously, but this time they don't need the tree, the lion. That was the difference maker. Scam at the moment is actually playing around bottom with Toronto Tokyo. Does have that Radiance queued up.
Oh, look at this. They're both making a move into the bottom side of the map after shoving the wave in. A little move to try and take out this area of the map, maybe play around that 10-minute creep wave that's about to come.
Feeder Mira, guys.
Solid moves coming through from OG here, just playing that fast Dota that I was really hoping for.
Power's going to go down. Let's see how much attention we get around the mid lane for the power rune. Yopaj going to get the haze bottled.
You think Natsumi wants
Consider about going towards Kaori. Kaori, nice sidestep, easy.
Natsumi is just spamming that tower, being like, I do not want to be spending my time down here. The wave is pushing in. Can't let Axe farm. Can't let him get back into this game. You know, I've dominated him in the laning phase. 2k lead from the lane matchup there that Natsumi's got ahead, and he's made that rotation to be able to open up the map. So now is the position, and yep, as anticipated, Toronto Tokyo, he's gone for the Radiance. He's got a lot more space to be able to farm off the back of Natsumi crushing the lane and opening up that tier 1 tower.
They're still going to try and attempt to continue to slow down WS's game, and they'll be successful at that. So really the first movement that we've seen from either side. Been a lot of back and forth around mid so far, but finally that kind of breaks away with that movement.
And they're going to get into another one of these power spikes relatively soon. You know, you're building up a couple more stacks. You're really trying to enable Yopaj to be able to play around a lot of the value items right now. You know, he's got the Blightstone, he's got the Raindrops, he's got a Possessed Mask with some passive regen on it, and he's going into the Diffusal Blade. As soon as he's got that, Lion will have level 6, so you can look to find another high value pickoff. Probably, again, it is going to be Makoto that's going to be, excuse me, that highest value target, because he's the only one that's really going to be able to stop the greedier style that Doom is now going to be going for. So if you take that away from them, you can just sit back, be a little bit more passive, and then, you know, hit your timings around that 20-minute mark before the PL truly feels scary.
Nice feeding Mira.
Went very well around this drow. You know, they kind of baited the D ward there.
Honestly, with how he's played all this tournament, whatever Natsumi says goes. You know, just do whatever he says, because he's been phenomenal for OG.
Yeah, he's the difference maker for you?
Yeah, by far.
Rinse, repeat. Power rune time. Another fight around mid, but be top
Not quite
spawn.
into the Diffusal Blade, so we'll be able to get away on Makoto, but they're getting close to it on Yopaj. Again, just what, quarter of a level on Tim's here, so just expecting him to see him play a little bit closer to the lane, just so that he is able to pick it up once they've hit that timing. Seems like he's just playing the roaming observer ward role, though.
I think they would have got a glimpse of him.
Overgrowth's up, though. Ooh.
They're even going to drop the supernova. Okay. Curry knows his Phoenix. Feels like this is the prime moment.
Is it,
Get that
though? Like, I know why they did it, but 105 seconds. Oh,
Dire's top
Hang on,
tower.
top lane, what happened here? Whoa, 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 whoa. How did you ever solo kill Natsumi with the lead that you have?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I straight up don't know. Call it the chip vest giving some value from the axe there, I guess. Was not watching that at all. Was not predicting that to be able to happen.
Yeah, well, it's a massive kill. The US was slowed down
Precious bounty.
quite heavily in the back of the laning phase.
All right, is that the reason why they commit the supernova, just so that there's not going to be a living armor for the Drow? Maybe.
I mean,
It's level 7 now. Well, let's have a look. Gone a little bit too deep, walking deep. Oh, just the edge of the taunt there.
it looked like he was definitely out of range of the taunt, but anyway, he wasn't. Meanwhile, back towards top, they're going to get another kill. So Aurora, how many galvanized stacks we got? We've got 7 now from Makoto, 301 Kaya build from him. We've seen a couple Greaves build previously from Makoto specifically.
Not a bad game for it. You got the silence, you've got the overgrowth coming through. Gives you the option, but he's already committed for the power tread, so not going to be happening.
OG.
This is that timing that I was talking about, though. You've got Tim's now with his level 6. You've got the Pangolier with Rolling Thunder and Diffusal Blade. With Dream Protector coming back alive, they're going to back off on Aurora. A very disciplined way to be able to go about this one.
Just one space. Just one time and space here for Nightfall. Getting close towards the Manta.
So, again, it's not horrible for OG that this is happening, but they really want to try and make the most of the strengths of their draft.
Yeah. Probably feel like, again, it's Aurora that are wanting to try and make something happen with the Blink now and Axe, right?
Absolutely. And just trying to play around Makoto as much as possible. Because again, yes, the Axe is the initiator coming through with this Blink, but you need the follow-up damage there, and he's really the only one that's going to be dishing it out at this stage.
I don't know why OG
So
stopped
what are we looking then?
playing aggressive.
You got power rules in a minute. You prioritize
12
power rules
minutes.
to going top.
I'm prioritizing slowing down Toronto Tokyo, because again, he is the issue for the Doom when it gets to the later stages. Hell, even the Storm Spirit as well, right?
Operation
Gonna walk
slow down,
into
Mr. Toronto Tokyo. And the hook shot to start, that will help. Toronto Tokyo's now got a supernova on his head. The overgrowth will be used, and he gets the Doom before he dies. He might not even die. Toronto Tokyo trying to walk it away. He's going to be able to live. Meanwhile, with the rest of Aurora, they've lost a second, and now Nightfall. Even at the team fight, this PL, they're feeling strong. WS is trailing the fight. He's got the blink and he's got the opportunity to cut down one. Europunch will get rid of the battle hunger early, but they've got the call as well. A second dunk for WS. The only problem for him is unfortunately the Axe really doesn't have any mana. So now it's going to be up to Nightfall to try and run Natsumi down. Natsumi is getting kindled at the moment. Can he make it across the bridge? WS jumps in front of his way, blocking the only path. And Natsumi had to make it out. And what good can Toronto Tokyo could do? Like, without your Doom, there's really not much that that this hero can provide.
Yeah, he was just waiting in the tree lines, waiting for that Scorched Earth to be able to come back up, just so that he could do anything to be able to follow through. At least he is able to be involved in that. You know, it's actually Natsumi that ends up getting the kill onto Kaori from the grave, but you know, a very good start to the team fight for sure for OG. It's just that they weren't able to maintain it.
Well, apparently WS is back.
This is why they put so much emphasis onto him in the lane, though, right? Look at this, 4 heroes up top as well. They don't have an understanding of this completely. They see the Storm Spirit here, of course, and they know that Observer Ward was in the lane, especially during nighttime. They just, again, want to try and take this away, want to give a little bit more space for Nightfall to potentially be able to pick up some of this farm.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
It'll take him a little bit, though. Not the strongest tower taking lineup for sure, especially with that living armor.
And with all this time, honestly, it's a 3/4 health, so Dire are close with 3.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think they can go, though, without Doom there. He's 10 seconds away from the Doom. He'll be wanting to walk through the Twin Gate to be able to join in. Probably wants to have that Radiance up first, though, and he's so close. I think maybe Toronto Tokyo is just holding them back right now, saying, look, if they go for more, then I'll help out, but don't run into this without me being truly ready.
Well, let's see if they're correct on OG that maybe someone will step up this high ground. Where Makoto will respect it, so not looking to venture too deep into OG's territory. They don't want that jungle just yet. With this 50-50 split we have of the map, but finally Doom's Radiance has been completed.
And level 12 just doesn't have a TP though, so a little bit harder for him to be able to join into a lot of these team fights. And he's looking to farm off the back of it. Still at the bottom of the net worth for now, but that should change.
Instant opening on a scam. They're a little bit hesitant that maybe someone else is playing behind. Well, WS isn't. You can continue to run forward. We saw mirrored.
Nightfall's just juxtaposed, by the way. So they can actually find this pick off onto him.
They're going to try.
The
Nice look over the Rolling Thunder, but yeah, Nightfall already started to move away. So nice read somehow from him. The Spidey senses tingling for Nightfall.
A good job just to be able to find these quick pickoffs in this little bit. And, you know, what was a really dominant lead for Natsumi to be playing around with, it's just ever so slowly. Nightfall looking to try and catch up. He's even trying to join into a few of these engagements now as well.
Right back, nice initiation. Gonna try and do their best to protect Toronto Tokyo, but it's a little bit too late from Scam. Aurora in this early game creating some
I don't know why
problems that we haven't
they
seen OG
keep
really
passive.
be able to address. They'll blow up Mirror, so the wrong high ground to walk up.
It's a similar sort of issue that I'm thinking about, though. Maybe just seeing Axe on low mana, they feel confident to be able to go back in, but won't be in time for them to be able to protect the tower. I mean, Finger of Death being on cooldown is big. Overgrowth being on cooldown is big. Sure, you traded the Supernova, but I feel like Kaori is still able to offer a whole lot, even without that one being available.
Yung action
So it seems like
magdadala
they just want to
dito,
sit back
guys.
and farm for now. Wait for that next big timing. Blade Mail on the Axe coming through shortly. Can be an amazing tool against the Drow.
Have you been impressed by this Drow hero overall from the games that we've been seeing?
If you not farm early.
When it's a good Drow game, I've been impressed with it, but I haven't been impressed with like teams just openly
Around
picking it to be able to start with, you know?
10
Like, I think they're maybe
minutes, they get
overvaluing it a
passive.
little bit, just in terms of what it's able to provide. There is still plenty of weaknesses to it if you're able to get on top of it.
join
I mean, the
early.
big thing for mine is that, you know, if you're on the Glacier, the marksmanship isn't always available anymore. And that's a big deal, you know, just being able to not have that damage output in the middle of these late game team fights means that you don't actually win a whole lot of carry to carry matchups as easily as you used to. If the lane is great, if the fast-paced tempo that you're acquiring is there, then Drow certainly is a solid pick.
Oh, top lane after the Tormentor. Mass TP's back. So OG have a defensive ward that was scouting out Aurora, but they won't stick around for too long.
They're going to have a lot
Giving
more
themselves-
openings to be able to make some of these pickoffs happen, though, with the Eyes of the Forest now picked up by Skem. Just looking to put a little bit of vision on that top side of the map to start with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Aurora, they're gonna go. Okay. So without the blink, without the BKB or Makoto, be a cross smack, smoke
Yopaj
down
trying
to
to bait
bottom.
with one of his illusions there. Sending it out underneath some potential vision. Trying to get it initiated onto. Blink call onto that. Would be a game changer, taking that away from Aurora.
Radiant are scanning.
Not a bad idea from Dire at least. Was that? Oh, so that was Radiant scan. What? I was gonna say Dire were close with their scan.
And look to
Ready
play
off the
around
mark,
this
they need-
power rune.
Dire are scanning.
Just be careful, even sees Tim's as well with the rocket flare. Kind of nice use of the illusions, again continuing to put it in front of the Pango.
Mm-hmm.
A shield rune, thanks to that. We have a very even game though, going
Radiant's
back
top
and
tower
forth.
is under attack.
This is the net worth lead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's kind of getting to the point though where people are going to start getting blown up to all of this physical damage later on for OG, right? Like you've got the lucky shot on the Pango, you've got the Medallion of Courage as well, so that in its own is minus 12 armor. No more than that, minus 15 armor, and then you've got a Drow with marksmanship that's going to be how are you actually going to be able to survive this? It's basically only the axe through all of his other items that he's picked up.
The punch top lane.
Children saving him, enabling the blink.
And they're actually going to try and smoke an OG, potentially hanging around. Look at this.
Used a decent amount of mana on Makoto. Smoke pops. I think they briefly saw him in the tree line there.
Totoka, look at his position as well over towards the right side.
Doesn't have Link though. He's still looking to farm up a little bit further. Wanting to get value out of that Radiance. Wanting to make sure that they're not just easily pushing into many of their tier 2 towers. I honestly even wonder if he's going to go once he's got the BKB there on Tokyo. You know, he has been a very greedy boy throughout the series that we've been watching, so I can understand it. I really do think he needs the Blink Dagger to really be impactful this game. It's just, again, a matter of, is that going to come too little too late? Does that then mean that Knight falls into that next big item that he really needs in the Skadi? It'd be a great Skadi game when you're going up against this Drow Ranger in particular.
Do you think PL's a fun hero to play? Do people like hitting creeps with this hero specifically for this long of a time?
Something's wrong with POS 1 players in general, just to be able to hit creeps the entire game rather than heroes. So, I'm not the authority on that, I gotta say. Just because I even in Deadlock, I'm just like, who would want to play Haze? You know, like it's just hitting creeps all game.
Yeah, you know, this PL. When you're done hitting creeps and it's time to hit heroes, well, goddamn, you don't do that very well.
And it's 40 minutes into the game.
Yeah. And you lose one fight, 2 fights, and your team just starts being like...
It's better than anti-mage, I'll give it that.
Is it?
I mean, I think it is. You're not as committal into a lot of the team fights. You can kind of play on the back lines a little more.
How does Kaori know? How does he know, actually? As soon as Scam placed that ward in between the tier 1, tier 2 tower mid lane, Kaori apparently has got an insane read, so we'll slowly get the kill on Scam. It's going to take them quite some time. Probably Nightfall and Mirror here as well, because why not? Moral support.
And they just yoinked the assist gold. What the hell? Give him the solo kill.
Dire are scanning.
To answer your question, guesses maybe? I mean, they've got the Observer Ward in front of the bottom Roche pit, so maybe just counting the seconds that they would anticipate a train to be around that area.
Guesses are always reliable. Especially with so goddamn smart like Kaori.
Dino.
Of course.
Tim's careful, don't walk up.
Laban ng ano to, OG.
And it's off.
Kailangan pa.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Unstoppable.
Kailan.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. They'll be able to just chill for a bit. They're so close on OG to be able to hit their timings though, right? Like, how far away?
Pinapakita natin.
As Aghanim Scepter. Maybe, again, wants to wait for his level 18. But what more could you really want at this stage? Like, you've got your Blink Dagger on the Lion. You've got Drums and Arcane Boots on the Tree and Protector. This is it. You know, this is their time to be able to try and take a successful team fight before they lose their vision around the map and use that to be able to go into Roche. Because, again, they've got a pretty decent Roche-taking lineup, right? Like, with all the minus armor that they've got, with high damage coming through from the Drow, they've got pretty good team fight as well. But
is there out of all the wonderful Dota heroes that we have available to play, to enjoy, to watch, whatever, you know, who is the worst, the one you hate watching the most?
the hero that I hate watching the most?
Yeah.
Right, watching or playing against or playing? I need a differentiation because there is a difference.
Watching.
Let me think. I know you want me to say Arc Warden, and it's up there. It's really up
You
there.
say whatever you want. I don't care.
Sa game. Pwede yung panoodin sa game.
Honestly, Enchantress, I kind of hate it. Like
Enchantress.
having
What
to
is this poor
spend
hero
so-
done?
take 20 seconds to kill as a pos
Yeah,
5
Pinos
away on
nila.
the other side of the map, away from everything else. That's what it's done.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is that I don't know if I would put this in like my list of heroes that I don't like to watch.
I mean, it's a great hero, don't get me wrong. I just hate watching it because I'm like, I get vicariously frustrated.
I see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with that being said, I very much do as well with the Enchantress, not as
Dire's
much.
bottom tower is under attack.
You know, compared to levels of, you know, some
Pero
PLs,
yung
for
ano,
example.
Dino. Tingnan mo maganda.
Yeah, but at least you can make these big, like, manta dodges and doppel dodges
Oh,
and
come on, bro.
play
what
around the
is this?
invis and all that
Yeah,
sort of
that's
stuff.
Oh my
I mean,
god, this is so cope. What are you trying to do? Make PL an interesting hero? This is the most boring hero.
No, the most boring hero is Dragon Knight or Death Prophet.
DK.
You just sit there and right click. You pop ultimate, blink, stun, breathe, right click. Ooh.
We'll see about this one. I don't know. We're not done with this just yet. Dire?
Mhm. I mean, this is, like I said, this is their timing. They gotta get a kill off the back of this.
Oh, bye, Mira.
Is that enough to be able to take Roche? It might be.
Bye back. Come on.
I mean, they're gonna know, and I think they're moving for this. Maybe anticipating that someone was going to be clearing out that mid wave first, but when they see no one doing it, they're like, "Oh well, let's Roche." And there's that buyback you were asking for.
That's fallen pretty quick.
Yep.
Atsumi's actually going to get out of the pit. They've got the flare now for the vision. Send an illusion forward as well. That does scout out a little bit. WS instant jump. It doesn't get the initiation that they were hoping for. Makoto tries. Vortex over on the other side. Natsumi's going to be able to break free.
They're controlling PL
The
pretty
Drow
well.
isn't right-clicking, which is the only problem. They're doing their best to protect her. Toronto Tokyo with that BKB and Rolling Thunder got her out.
Doom's about to wear off on the axe.
Now back in goes Makoto. Only kill we have so far. He's going to buy back as well.
Are they going to try and steal this one away, though? It's pretty damn low. They don't have the same level of vision that Aurora does.
Be quick.
Don't have blink
Be
on
quick. Can
Tokyo
anyone get
still.
in? Yopaj just random blink in. Snatch. Nightfall. Gets the second life. Now, again, we need to get on top of the draw. Ranger WS
Good
finds
call.
the call, but there's going to be no follow-up. Nightfall with the other direction. Now he comes back. But Natsumi's able to get some separation. One more right-click. Mirrors him with the hook.
Chad.
Gets the kill last moment. And
Chad.
the cocks to block the TP. Choke won't make it out. Can they get the Pango? They will
Kailangan
not,
mong
but
mag-end-
my god,
end
Mirror,
ng
what
farm.
a team fight. The buyback from the clockwork at the start of the fight helps end it.
Vision all throughout as well. The cogs, the Roshan control, everything you could possibly ask for there. Of course, starting with a great call coming through from WS as well, right? Just to be able to catch on to two, control both Natsumi as well as Yopaj, take away so much of the team fight, and it's very easy for them to be able to just run over these supports when they don't have that damage source coming back the other way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now, if you ask that question to Toronto Tokyo about the hero that you hate playing against, I think it might be Clockwork.
Yeah, well, I'm sure honestly a lot of players would say something like that as well, especially when you're running
Like
into
fair
the
enough.
power cogs in the laning phase, and then apparently just with how someone can perform on the clockwork inside these fights as well. Perfect for Mirror, absolutely perfect. That does finally
man.
break this game. Just a little bit. It's only 5k, but it's been even for pretty much the entire way. Now it's actually 83% advantage for Aurora.
They did at least consume the Aegis, so Nightfall doesn't have that to be able to play around with. Again, my concern is this build that Toronto Tokyo is going. I haven't hated it up until now, but going the Shivas, I get it. Going the Ags, I get it, but not without a Blink Dagger. Like, how are you supposed to get onto the targets that you're actually wanting to try and pick off? Even not expending the Doom, like if you can catch the Storm Spirit, Doom him out of the team fight, fantastic. But even just blinking and right-clicking onto the Phoenix, enabling the follow-up damage to come through, you could probably kill him without the without popping the Doom there. As long as the Lion's, you know, hanging behind with a finger of death as well. Not that blink. Do you really think that Aurora is just going to let you walk into them? I really don't think so.
Okay,
Chad gets chatter.
And he just got blink too, so the positioning far easy now with Jetpack as well.
Even
ganda yan.
WS what's said, give me that Lotus. I need the full Great Healing Lotus. Now we just need
Magkano
a
ka?
couple of
Claim ka
chainmails
lang.
eaten and he's fine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Honestly, it's not that bad this game against the Drow. Even
Claim
just
ka
the
ng code.
one
May code dyan eh.
chainmail eaten. Honestly, it's
Check
probably the
mo.
game for 2 though, with that minus armor that I was
Ano
talking about
ako
from the Pangolier.
Yeah, right.
May bibigay.
Who's gonna go Aeon instead? Apparently, is he gets again? No. They're putting a lot of pressure on the bottom side, however. The T2 Tower will go down Nightfall with his level
Pag naka
20
25, ano yan,
and
ikakrap.
Heart now
Tataas.
delivered as well.
For the
Pag
most
naka
exciting
25
hero
kang
in
ganun.
Dota.
2 pa lang, ibig sabihin, dalawa
Yeah,
pa rin
stick where he
nakukuha
can
mo.
just do more of nothing.
Damage, you got a triple kill in that last fight. Hater.
WS. Smoke's gonna pop WS. Blind blink straight to Tim's, but Tim's. Fortunately, it's got Mirror up in his face. And they will still zip as well, Makoto.
Forces out a Rolling
Actually
Thunder, that's
forcing
all
out,
you
yeah,
wanted.
that's massive.
Mid lane fairly pushed in. Might even be able to go up onto this high ground, honestly, with the PL having that heart. Well, kicks in for now, but won't be long until it goes away. Top wave, I don't think you're really all that concerned about these creeps hitting into your own tier 2 tower. Just realizing how much for raid boss Nightfall is. Trying to force out some buybacks maybe. And able to defend.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it, Ares. Where's the blink dagger? Tokyo, it's all well and good to farm, but if you're losing your base, if you're losing all of your map, you've got to contribute to the rest of your team.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, well, the Scepter's at least going to be his way to do it.
And like, you need to get on top of targets. By the time he's gonna have the blink dagger, then they'll have Lincolns to be able to respond to it. I know he'll have the scepter, of course, but still. Lots of things on this top side of the map. Yopaj is adamant about playing around this top side of the map.
See if he gets a power room. Will be... Well, Roche is going to be up top as well, depending on how long. Oh, right, 5 on 5. Page on the front. Mirror was perfect previously, but it's actually going to be Tim's that initiates first. They might let the clock work. Meanwhile, Doom also wants to jump in the middle, but doesn't really get the best ultimate. He needs to go back to play towards Natsumi. Natsumi's fine, though. Doom's going to be used on Totoki. Actually finds the right PL. Is there going to be any damage fall up inside the middle? Because meanwhile, again, Mira is holding Natsumi into place, but PL's running into the Drow. He knows no fear. He doesn't care. With the Doom out, there's no way to survive. So he wants to get as many kills as possible. Because now Makoto can absolutely look to clean up. A freebie onto the Scam. The Arcane Rune, he could do whatever he wanted in that fight.
Again, they just used so much onto the clockwork, and he's able to live through a lot of it, right? That great healing Lotus, the fact that he had the Phoenix playing nearby to him, the follow-up stuns coming through just to prevent everyone else from connecting through onto him. Playing his front line, pos 4, excuse me, gameplay absolutely perfectly. And now he's going to steal away a Wisdom Shrine. Like, come on, man. Not allowed.
Punta ka dun sa may desert. Hindi sa gilid, hanapin mo. Doon ka mag-farm.
Just gets the Ghost Scepter off. Barely out of range for the multi-shot there from the Drow. And like we were saying before, they connect with the correct Doom target. But it's just in the middle of 5 heroes for Toronto Tokyo. So all of that AoE damage that he's putting out, it just expires after the fact. Cloak of Flames, Radiance, Scorched Earth, all gone. And then manning up, realizing that he's going to die regardless. But it's well worth it to be able to take out the Drow.
Yeah.
Baka sa desert.
I mean, it's not an easy game, unfortunately, with the Drow when you're against 4 heroes on Aurora. Your PL, Storm, Axe, Phoenix, sorry, Clock, but I guess even Phoenix as well that can get on you. But And we're seeing he's 8-4, but we're just seeing problems. Like
Dun mo nga yung
But
these
again-
fights look very difficult for Natsumi, and just being able to freely position.
They should be able to find a pretty easy pick off here for Skem. Again, though, this is really why I was emphasizing the importance of playing a bit quicker than what they're doing right now. Another Rolling Thunder used by Yopaj, but not really all that much success. But yeah, if you're able to play just that little bit faster, you don't have the confidence to be able to go in with a Hut, Skadi, Aghanim Scepter, Aghanim Shard, PL with 4.2k HP, you know? You don't have a Scaling Phoenix that's got a Scythe of Vice. You don't have a Clockwork that's able to survive through so much stuff that you're throwing at him. And I just feel like they've missed their timing here on OG to be able to make that happen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's only getting a little bit more difficult. 13k net worth lead. Haven't really been able to find that convincing team fight victory.
Dire's top tower.
Lost outer tower. WS is already setting up bottom as well.
I mean, he knows
It's
the
an
next big
insane
objective.
read.
Yep. He knows the objective to play around is Roshan, so if he can find a pick off to be able to start with, you know how quickly
Dire's
Aurora
top
can look to
tower
join
is
in.
under attack.
Only one that isn't there is PL though, so need to be a little mindful of that, but he's more just concerned with keeping these other lanes shoved in, forcing someone to have to respond to that issue.
Then Karo's level 21, dude. Okay, what?
Sabi?
Absolutely chilling. One level behind Makoto. Anything we just saw recently on Dire? Does anything change this game?
Nope.
Oh no.
Maybe I'll eat my words, and this will be the greatest Aghanim Scepter Doom of all time, but again, like, when are they really going to get... Maybe if everyone goes in onto the Drow Ranger, and you somehow come up from, like, high ground, and get the AoE Doom onto 4 people while there's an overgrowth there as well. Maybe. But it's like the perfect storm of events that happens if it's going to be the case.
Oh, unfortunately, still yet to have the scepter completed. So Toronto Tokyo still trying to get that last little bit of gold. He will find it now, but it means he has to play too long in the lane. So Chimera can stop it. Meanwhile, on the other side, they've actually got the secondary initiation onto Yopaj. It was just a fake. All along, but the Ruse sets up for a double kill. Now it's on the low ground. Can you be there? Okay, it's alright. It's fine.
It's forced to be, just to try and take a little bit of attention away, but well, it's going to be a Roshan fairly easily. Has to be careful with how far forward he's going to go.
Dire's bottom
See that
tower
that's an
is under
illusion from Natsumi as well, so throwing it into the lane just to try and bait it out won't be all that successful, and yeah, they can just wait here inside of the Roche pit with the illusions. Come on, please save one. Bruh! It's sporting!
Hila.
Miracle.
Kira knows what's up. He's too good.
Wow.
Maybe just your WS is also pinging mid.
I think Kari's kind of given that one away just by throwing the fiery spirits from the fog. That's alright, they'll still take the Roche.
Dire are scanning. Dire's middle
Second one of the
tower
game,
is
you got
under attack.
ages in Roche's banner now for them to crack high ground
Radiant are scanning. Dire's
and
bottom
getting
tower is
even
under attack.
more difficult for Dire. I don't know, man. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Just trying to see some good fight that we've been waiting for them.
You're waiting another
Radiant's
1300
turret
gold
has
for
been
that.
killed.
Okay. All right.
1400 actually, needs a TP.
On Tokyo.
It's the Ramses effect. Just buy it!
Yopaj? Tim's is frustratingly actually starting and setting Yopaj. But the Sunray heal up on the high ground, WS, they'll force up the BKB with the rest of Aurora. Now late to the party, but...
Alright, well now you don't have Rolling Thunder.
Whoa. Where did, Or Trent died somewhere. You don't have him now.
Dire's
Oh,
middle
he got
tower
solo killed
is
by
under
Makoto.
attack.
Okay.
Radiant are scanning. Dire structures are fortified.
High ground, how can you mount a defense on OG? 25 seconds, 4v5, you've used the glyph early.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Mana's starting to be a bit of a problem for Nightfall. Because the creeps are probably the more important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did in Makoto. Trying to force some reactions, but I mean, they're pretty happy if they're going to kill. And now even as well with the Doom trying to run in the middle, but the PL's just taking the ultimate. Like, Natsumi's just not even doing enough damage. Now finally is able to get the Aegis, but Makoto wants to catch up to the line. Drag back Tim's, double kill for the Storm.
They can just end this if they really wanted to. Got a double siege creep wave. Just continue pushing into that mid lane. 2 cores dead. Doom already used as well, so I don't really think they're all that concerned about what Toronto Tokyo is going to be able to do.
Kung anong oras tayo natapos.
Even was going to try and take out these illusions before they kill the banner. Won't be successful. Oh no.
Natsumi.
Natsumi. Just go on the safe route. Easy megas.
Even with the Doom back, it's 50 seconds without his ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, so we're gonna have 5v5 shortly, but unfortunately, by the looks of it, you're gonna be going up against Megas.
Mm-hmm. At this point, GTA 6 is gonna come out before Tokyo gets his Blink Dagger. But they might back off. Just use the megas. Good amount of vision on the map. Is there any? No, there's actually 3 observer wards that they've been able to place down.
Has been killed.
Nice. That blink's coming sooner. Easy, what, 160 gold for Tokyo?
Absolutely.
Also,
never in doubt. But now you've got a level 25 Storm Spirit with Aghanim Scepter to deal with.
And apparently an Octarine on WS as well. Calls it
nearly
9 seconds.
A Disperser on PL and nearly a level 25 on PL. He's saying, get the hell off my Wisdom Shrine, please, Clockwork.
Come on, buddy.
Fine.
Thought you knew, Mirror. This is not yours, man. This is 43 minutes in. You want the Wisdoms? You can get the 7-minute one. That's it. Even the 14-minute one's not yours.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're hanging around in the tree line as if
Tokyo actually blind jumps in the middle looking for the Doom, but he doesn't get it off because the cogs. Mirror too quick with the fingers. Durpage will try and do his best to get him, but meanwhile Makoto once again just spies the draft for a split second. And that is all they need to completely take Natsumi out of the game. NOG as well. Triple for WS. And he'll end with an ultra. I mean, he started, bro. He ended 12-3 though.
It's the power of the axe, right? You can have BKBs for days, but who cares when you're able to land those big blink calls, BKB or not, particularly around that bottom Roshan, right? Like, just to be able to...
Guys. Aurora. Di marami yan.